All right. Indeed, indeed. How is everyone's Friday going? What's up, y'all? What was that? Okay then. All right, let me go to main menu. What? What? Playing The Sims. I am also pretty much playing the Sims. I don't think I ever showcased the maybe I did. The alternate start. Here, let's go with good old Odin. And we'll do some random names. I'm not playing Elden Ring. I already know I will never play Elden Ring on stream again. Way too much backseating. Like, people can't, like, it's not enough for me to be bad at the game. People gotta like remind me just how bad I am by backseating. So I don't feel like playing Elden Ring. Don't you want to know what people want you to do? Was hoping for Unbound. Unbound, I don't like Unbound. Unbound is like way too. It gives people way too much. Damn. Unbound gives people way too many options, and it's just overwhelming.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
And regarding, Arthmore, it's like, oh well.
The woods can be so
What's good,
peaceful
Ire?
this time of year. Good hunting.
You prefer alternate start? That's fair. I really should rerun my synthesis patches, because I haven't in a while. But I've just been doing stuff. Alternate perspective is like extremely not I don't want to say buggy, but like it has a lot of potential for bugs. Use starting gear or reject the entity. You know what? I'm gonna no. I'll choose the starting gear. Man, the glow on these tattoos, though. I'm gonna go full heavy. I'm gonna go full heavy. Just because I feel like heavy is easy to playtest stuff. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will go with Silver Parallax, why not? And then you gotta get some pie or something. Venison stew. Take some of those. And I guess like some restore health potions. Oh wait, that's fortify health. Alright, I'm good with that. Yeah, I think this I think alternates start live another life. It's like it has some jank, but honestly, like a lot of them do. Here's that like the background music is too loud. Maybe my volume is just too high. There we go. What was the end result of the next mod list? I don't know. We'll see if it ends up like happening or whatever, but that's a big if I hit 15k before I peace out. Not a guaranteed for sure thing. What's on the agenda? Adding stuff and looking at the stuff that I did add. Once again, I changed up some landscape stuff because I wasn't fully happy with written. Wayne B, it's my cabbage cut. Although I want to check out, I want to see if Panda updated Dawnfire. I know he's working on an update. So, man, sometimes I really miss in Dawnfire. Prince Tundra was too dark. Maybe. You like NGBO? Hell yeah, Alexander. I'm really starting to like the watercolor though. It's been like I'll show you guys some other stuff. But it's been really a mix of me messing with the ENV, messing with texture mods, messing with other things. I'll do that. Yeah, I didn't I agree with the feedback that sometimes the water I mean, sometimes you can't, like, you look over here. Sometimes you'll get certain angles where no matter what, it'll appear too blue. That's just kind of Skyrim. But before, even like up close, it'd be way too like reflective, I guess. But also, I'll show you guys something. I got a way that I like for get out of here. For the TMD water foam to look in a way that I like. Although actually, I'm gonna get that part maybe. But you see it, you get the water foam here at the bottom, but you don't get the dish soap on the actual river flows. So I think this looks like a really good balance. Foam looks fluffy. It is fluffy foam. I just don't know if I'll keep it for the pouring down parts. Change that. Already changing stuff. Yeah, I just think that completely using it, I think it's the splash effects I gotta get rid of. This. I think the skirt is what I want. I don't think I want the spray. I don't want the foam coming down. Oh wait. Unhide these. See if that changes it. Hey, Chance. As mount textures, hey, thank you. Yeah, I reverted back. I reverted back to what I was using. The brightness needs tweaking. Well, I don't think it's really the brightness. I think it's just the way the meshes are. Maybe the transparency is the problem. Maybe if it was more transparent, I think that'd be better. I haven't really been... Snow Elf Ruins overhaul. Oh my god, did WizKid do another update? Jeez. Okay, that's one more update. Remove pesky trees from Nature of the Wildlands. Couldn't they have just been like, instead of removed, couldn't they have been just like, had their placement fixed? Complex bent pines? Kinda cool. I think that there's a... I never said I don't think not safe for work mods should exist. I just don't think they should be on Nexus. Or there should be like a better way to filter them out. Or making this stuff an update. It's the 2.0 update. Hey Pixel, I'm doing well, how are you? All right. I mean, I'm liking how that looks. Doc Fantasia. They're alright, they're alright. But yeah, I just keep going back to Vanderheim. Don't know what you did. Just pick and choose textures, really. The other thing is I also swapped out the river bottom textures, which should result in the rivers looking more green and a little bit less blue, as you can see here. I think it looks a lot more natural. The snow looks better on Fantasia Mountains than Vanderham. I think it depends on your no texture mod. Hey, shout out to Malaysia. I'm doing well, Brandon. How are you? Yeah, I'm liking the new look of this. And then, of course, got new textures for the mud rocks. And they transition pretty well from the mud rocks to like these more mossy ones. I think they transition pretty well. What was the main NPC replaced? There's 80 something of them. There really isn't a main NPC replacer. Did you ever play Skyrim VR? I tried it for like a little bit, but my VR headset just sucks. Some of the NPCs look too pretty. Well, you know, pretty people exist. Pretty people exist. Some people are pretty in LoreRim, and some people don't look pretty. Some of the NPCs are pretty ugly or old looking, and some aren't. There's a mix. I think trying to make everyone pretty or make everyone ugly doesn't make sense. And that's one thing I literally don't care about feedback for, because let me not even say we, Disclo worked his ass off on those NPCs, so yeah, I literally don't care about any criticism regarding the NPCs at all. Zero. If you don't like them, you don't gotta play the list. What's up, Anna? Look at this guy. Is he pretty? That guy doesn't look pretty. Pretty ugly.
Ain't used to strangers here.
I mean, like Sigrid just looks pretty average. I mean, I don't know. Like, she doesn't look like a model. I mean, you know what I mean?
What can I do for you?
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood. You looking for a new blade?
I mean, they look like normal NPCs. Hell yeah, Anna. Hopefully you like it. Yeah, Maya, I think that it's some people are convinced that there's no. I think some people are just convinced that like, it's almost like a weird insecurity thing. It's like, pretty people exist. Like just like I understand not making everybody a supermodel, but the going the 180 make everyone ugly is like also it doesn't make any sense. The dope ass wizard hat? Hell yeah. Alright, let me get rid of the MO hidden files too. Or do anything else. Even in gritty settings though, there's still gonna be ugly, or I mean pretty people. Insecurity is exactly what it feels like, yeah. I live in Florida, and Florida is like a great example of how in the real world there's such a big mix of pretty and ugly people. I feel like Florida doesn't have too many average looking people. Everyone either looks like a supermodel or just, you know, not too easy on the eyes. I moved from Washington State to Florida, and I went from being like a Washington State 7 to like a Florida 3. Would you ever plan on making a Power Fantasy mod list? If I had all the time in the world, I would make one of every type of mod list. Let me reinstall this. That's rough. You want to be Nordic style replacers to make everyone dirty? Yeah. Medieval people. Did you know that medieval people, contrary to popular belief, most people in the medieval ages had like really nice teeth? That's a fun fact. And the big reason is because sugar wasn't so abundant. So yeah. Makeup has existed since like ancient Egyptian days. So things that get portrayed on TV aren't exactly how people lived. Like there's always been ugly people and good-looking people. That's okay. Ancient times? I mean, it depends on how far back you go. But I remember seeing on YouTube, it was like this village, or like some people went to, I don't know if it was like Papua New Guinea or somewhere, but they went to visit some tribe like that doesn't have a lot of contact with other human beings with the modern world, I guess. So they're still living like you know, hunter-gatherer societies and stuff. And the people look freaking gorgeous. Yeah, like perfect skin, perfect teeth. I was like, what the hell? I was like, jeez. But yeah, I mean, I know that like medieval people get portrayed as like super ugly, hideous, whatever, but I don't think it's really the case. All right, I need to start going through some of these things that I bookmarked because holy crap, there's a lot. There's a lot to cover, a lot to add. Yeesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Start with 10 mods. How about that? Requiem Mortal Barrow patch no longer needed because I yeeted that mod entirely. Very cool. GG's Temple of Kinnereth. I want to see what this is like. It has a JK's patch, right? Let's add that. Beef unending. Pays to steal the most good-looking babies and bring them home. Kidnappers. I gotta disagree with you highly, Tipsy. I gotta disagree with you highly. Because what people don't understand is how skewed the numbers are for like life expectancy. Before if you made it if you made it to adulthood, and you didn't go into like a war or something, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to live a long ass time. People in general, the food they ate was healthier than what we put into our bodies today. There's so many chemicals and crap that we eat, like especially in the US. The US, we eat a lot of stuff that's like completely banned in other countries. Yeah, like diseases and stuff were definitely a thing. Like if you survived like the stuff that was killing people en masse, then there's a good chance you'd live a long time. Like you know how many Romans, like notable Romans, lived to like their 80s? The senators in the Roman Senate were like in general old as dirt. I'm pretty sure Augustus lived to be like in his 80s, or like late 70s, which is yeah, exactly, because of infant mortality. All right, so JK's Temple of Kinnereth, GG's, then JK's. What I figured. Oh look, there's like a Lux thing too. This one I don't like. Just initially disables. I'm confused. this is why I was hesitant to put this mod in the first place. Is because like GG made Lux, but doesn't have a patch for his own mod. I don't understand. I mean, what I could probably do. I'm gonna get the wrong lighting template if I don't. Okay. Well, I have my Lux Mega Patch here, so maybe it'd be fine, to be honest. Yeah, exactly, Kato. Okay, so GG's Kennereth. I'll put the priority 2756. If I put it there, 2756, then that should still be my Lux Meg. Mod organizer crashing. How dare it crash? It's not like I have 3,000 mods. Mega patch. Okay, yeah, so the Lux Mega Patch is still after. So that should be good. Remarks of Dragonborn. Get a voice response from folks in Skyrim for being the Dragon Slayer. Okay. Vanilla eating animation fixes.
I was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Man, why does this require so many things?
We drink to our youth, today's come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done. We'll see it wiped.
Oh. Do I care enough about this? I don't like all the stuff that it requires, and like, I don't know. Back to that. Mephallo's Curse Whispering Door add-on. New creature Spider Daedra. Oh, this is going to be a little bit more involved. So are these. Oh, geez. I found like all the quest mods. Let's pull up some smaller little things. Thalmor something. Lux Via patch, I guess. There's so much to do. Thalmor Embassy. Texture variants, bug fixes. Fixes holes, normals, other wacky stuff. Optionally retextures them and fixes their log. You know, I've always noticed this in the Thalmor Embassy. I've always noticed these gaps, but I've never, like, thought about, like, oh, they should be fixed. I have always seen these gaps since, like, the first time I went to the Thalmor Embassy. That's going to require rerunning lots. Rune Knight spells. A spell pack based on weapon users. Imbue your weapons with fire. Activate runes by hitting your enemies and spend them by unleashing spells from a blade. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't like a bunch of powers. I hate just tons and tons of powers. I would rather it was done through inventory system. It seems cool, but not for me. Randomizes the food items NPCs eat when playing vanilla animations. Wood elves will eat human flesh. Yeah, I'd rather add this than the other mod. People are saying there's some bugs. Let us see if we have missing texture. Feindal casually snacking on Sven. Conduit with extra steps. Yeah, that's the vibe I was kind of getting. Alright, some people were saying there's some missing stew animations. Search stew. Stew texture. Oh, yep. Unplayable. Unplayable. Either way. I tracked the mod, so maybe when it gets fixed, add it. Marks of the Dragonborn. Hey Cody, good, how are you? Findal wakes up in a cold sweat. And I haunted over the fact that, yes, makes a living cutting trees. All right. Hey, Henry. Yo, Henry, thank you so much for the membership. See if Remarks of the Dragonborn has any conflicts. Lux Via got an update. So let me... Didn't. Why do I have it bookmarked if... I don't think it did. Yeah, no, it didn't. What am... Oh, it's like some Whiterun version thing. Okay, never mind. Followers interact with gestures. Followers gesture to each other. Oh yeah, I saw this mod. This seems kind of cool. Even though I hate using followers. They knew what they were doing with this video. It's a very odd way to pet a dog there, Serana. It's a very, very odd way to pet a dog. They knew exactly what they were doing with that one. Like, what the hell? Zero chill. But it seems like a cool mod. Lover's lab moment. God. Red rocket. Average NSFW mod experience. I wonder if it's like script based or just OAR based or what. Man, I'm just so hesitant about like, I don't know what's worse, papyrus scripting or DLLs. They both have such issues. Guess I could check it out. Download it. CC farming, tweaks and enhancements. Added missing script line to incremental house zone should allow you to correctly buy lumber now. Okay. Do that. Then it looks like fragments of use. Adds fragments of items when you use them. When you eat cheese or bread, you get a smaller part of it. When you drink, you'll get empty bottles. I think I have the don't eat glass mod, right? Remarks of the Dragonborn. It has exactly 0 conflicts. Hey. OAR, but it makes followers dance in wrong locations. I have don't eat glass. Guess not. I have something. I have some mod that gives you glass, like bottles from. Oh, I have alchemy requires bottles. That's what it is. When you enchant an item, soul gems will break and give you soul gem shards. It seems cool. High five any kid. That's wholesome. That's pretty wholesome. Not adding it.
High five any kid.
Oh god. Yeah, scripting. Requiem, more unique enemies. Don't I have more unique enemies? Yeah, I do. Because it was just an update that oh, it adds one new location. Nice. Close to Dawnstar, built upon an existing point of interest, giving the Pale 2 new bandit camps. Hey. Not bad, not bad. Dark Souls 3 Nameless King Boss mod. I don't even know why I bookmarked that. Already tried DRM complex materials. Poisonous bear traps. I really wish this had like a Requiem patch. If because I was talking to this to Noxcrab about this. If the lockpicking tree in Requiem had a skill that lets you to pick up bear traps and poison them, that'd be great. It would make lockpicking so much more interesting. Because similar to how Ordinator has the traps skills. So, Grey Quarter Dark Brotherhood Hideout. Adds a small Brotherhood hideout, Grey Quarter, and Windhelm. Does it have a capital Windhelm? Not. Ripperoni. Seems like a cool mod, but don't think. Oh, it's just like a trapdoor. Maybe it would work. Eo Pilgrim patch, but no Winter Sun. Round post for destroyed farmhouses. This is the things that we need. Parallax version, of course. Northern Vanilla Farmhouses patch. GG's Complex Silverware. Standalone, complex materials, cube map. So using ENB dynamic cube map mod isn't needed. Reflection will only work on my own assets. Looks like this one. I do need ENB cube maps. Non-complex silverware. Blades overhaul. Expands the Blades faction by allowing you to recruit more people or something. I'll look at that later. Any words? Giving every kid in the honor have high five after you killed Prolog. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. You just go in there like a hero. These are meshes only, looks like, so that's good. But it messes with the simplicity of snow meshes. Is it? Well, let's see if it's compatible with simplicity of snow. Should be compatible with simplicity of snow. Okay. Works for me. It's compatible with simplicity of snow. add it under clutter? I don't know. Architecture, there we go. Oh, but not northern vanilla farmhouses is like completely overwritten. Well, I'll leave it for now. Dark Brotherhood hideout. So let's go check out the Dark Brotherhood hideout, as well as the new Temple of Kinnereth. Oh, I don't even have CC farming tweaks in. Oh, I thought I had it. But I was just updating. And GG also had a new silverware mod. Hey Adele, shout out to France. And Paris. Alright, let's see. Okay. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell until we get into the game, but it does look quite nice. Assuming it's not going to be like too shiny or something. So, somehow it looks better than Rudy's, even though it's less shapes. Okay. That might end up replacing a bunch of mods. I'm always happy about that. NVIDIA Remix Skyrim? I don't know nothing about that personally. Oh, I'm going way too high up. Let me just put this before the for synthesis patches. All right, let's go check out our new mods. Program that uses NVIDIA's library and an AI to convert meshes and textures and random game objects. Oh. I've seen people talk about stuff like that, but I thought it was like just like development thing. I mean, like not actually playable. I think it's compatible. Tracking Clophus. Should be tracking Clophus. I also saw Ancient AF Windhelm got Parallax, which I'm super happy about. Dragon Cleaver. This looks like a cool weapon. I'm probably going to add this and rename it for one of the coffee top subscribers. This looks really sick. But I think I'm gonna move the placement of it. Oh, it's in the Hall of Valor and Sovereign Guard. Actually, maybe I'll leave it there. Because you gotta progress quite a bit through the story to get it. Dragon Spear now. Alright, let's check out the Temple of Kinrith and whatnot. Increase my speed multiplier a bit. So I can get to where I need to go. Is the modless performance friendly now? No. Nor will it be ever performance friendly. I don't make it for potato PCs, I'm sorry. It can run on 3060s, that's about as performance friendly as it'll be. And Dying really struggles with meshes, doesn't it? Really annoying.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell.
Yeah, I feel like the list runs well for what you get out of it. But expecting to run it on low specs just ain't it. I'm not gonna lie, I need to tell Tomato about this because I feel like I've been seeing more issues with Parallax since swapping over to Tomato's Whiterun. I don't know why. Like that, I never had issues with that wood before. So I'm just wondering why it's like that. Yeah, what it is, it's like a Dying issue with meshes. With Parallax specifically. Maybe he posted like a fix for it? Thought I added this. Added that. I have the latest version. Check mesh from vanilla complex parallax. Oh, I see. I don't use vanilla complex parallax at all. When I kept getting told to use vanilla complex parallax, right? When I deleted it completely, so many of my Parallax problems went away. Like so many of of my parallax issues went away. You didn't know it was broken and trolled you? I always wonder the lore behind those stone arches you got there in Whiterun. And the Zine put them there.
City's closed with the drag. You're looking for a beating? You're looking for a beating? Safe tra-
Driving for version 3 of Landscape? Hey. What would you say the reason to choose Invicta or LoreRim? I don't know. They're completely different, so it depends on what you're into.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
Also, I'm sorry, Tomato, but I wasn't a big fan of the road, so I switched back to the for sure style roads. All right, Temple of Kinrith.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
No, Invicta doesn't have Requiem. But it's just, I don't know. I don't like it answering questions that, like, I made one of those lists and I didn't make the other, so, you know, like, I don't know how you want me to answer. I don't know how I can possibly answer that question without sounding either biased or just giving a very obvious answer that they're completely different lists. Oh wait, this is the new Temple of Kinrith. Interesting. Kinda cool. I don't know if I'm a big fan of these plants in the water, but I guess they kind of make sense. Keeps you out of drama, exactly. Oh, I love these doors, though. Let me go back. I like these doors that you can see through. God Ray in the middle, it's there.
The fever. My butt.
Ugh, why? Why? Enough. Oh, the God Rays are still there. Hey, Timmer? Who's that? Oh my god, where did all these people come from? This is the time of day that people just come to chill in the temple?
Yes, sirrah. Yes.
This is why I like populated Skyrim, though.
Well, let's get
The drawbridge chain looking kind of unrealistic. What? This? That looks unrealistic. It dangles in a weird way. My brain dangles in a weird way sometimes.
You here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, loot our city with your stink, and refuse to help the strong folk.
Anyway, let's check out this hideout, which is apparently somewhere on the side of something.
War hero, Grunwolf. Ulfric will listen to you.
It's
I
not
don't know if this is even compatible with
Skyrim for the north.
where is it? Called. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's literally right in front of me. But it's like kind of blocked because of Capital Windhelm. See if this is even like something that I like. It seems cool, honestly. I just need to move the door. This is a nice little cozy hideout. I definitely need to move the door. Did I see a flickering wall earlier? Oh my god. Have you played Skyrim before? Have you played, like, I can't recommend Requiem for a new player with no baseline. I doubt there's very few people who are playing Skyrim for the first time and playing modless. Could I nerf? I swear I'm not gonna do any more development streams. Like, holy crap, guys. And then development's just gonna slow down to a grind. My development streams are the favorite ones. I like doing them too because it gives me time to actually work on the list, right? But man, I can't when people come in and they're just like, the drawbridge is unrealistic, even though there's barely a difference between these two mods. Look at that. Oh my god. If I install the 3D Whiterun drawbridge gate, wow. Literally nothing changes with regards to the dangle. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? You can visually see it here. The textures are applied differently, but regarding the chain itself, look at that. Nothing changes. This is the mod that you're talking about, right? The Fix 3D Windhelm drawbridge. I can put it right after Tomatoes Drawbridge, not much is going to change. Hey Mason, thank you so much for the membership. The angle of the dangle. All right. Okay, let's do something fun. Let's move around the That's what you were talking about. All right, let's go check it out. Let's go check it out and see if it actually changed at all in game, because it didn't. The texture is going to look different. It's not going to dangle any differently. A lot of modding, from what I've seen with like recommended mods and shit, is like placebo effect. Like honestly, anything from mods that people want me to add to like textures not being 8K to performance dips between versions. Yeah, LoreRim edits Verther. Verther is strunk. I don't intend to nerf him. Verther is like an ancient ass snow elf vampire. Why would he be weak? The other day, what list did I beat him in? In Nordic Souls? He got 2-shot. Turn the chain into a middle finger. My gripe with modding is spending hours trying to figure out what the problem is when you've downloaded all appropriate patches. You have to use SSE edit. That's the issue. Because if you're not trusting yourself with SSE edit, you're trusting other people with SSE edit. Just because the patch exists doesn't mean that you need the patch. And also, just because there isn't a patch doesn't mean that you don't need a patch. The only thing, like, I minimalistically use other people's patches. Like, I'll use them for like Lux, because Lux is a pain in the ass to do custom patches for everything. But like a lot of tiny little things, you don't need other people's patches for everything. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to make your own. Sometimes you'll accidentally make a better patch than what's out there already. I've seen a lot of wild edits and patches that just don't make any sense. Lux really isn't compatibility hell though. Lux really is super easy because it has patch hubs that will do everything for you. You just gotta like kind of learn what should take precedent over what else. Oh my god, look at that. It still dangles weird. Hey, LRS, thank you so much for the membership. Well, guys, this list is unplayable because the chain still dangles weird. Yo, Austin with the 5 gifted. Yo, thank you so much, Austin. Yeah, it's literally the same. That's just how the Skyrim chain is. So, yep. Can't really change it any more than that. Elder Gleam or LoreRim for a first mod pack? Well, Elder Gleam is like vanilla gameplay. Yeah, I don't see what's wrong with the chains. I guess it's that when you look at it from a certain angle, it slightly dangles like this. It's literally like that in vanilla. Nah, now you gone too far. Now you gone too far. If you think it's like, here, let's pull up vanilla chains. God breaks the chain, Biggie gets the blame. Exactly. Y'all are, first of all, awesome for the memberships, but trolling for the chains. It's just not straight. It's 2024. The chains can be whatever the way they want. There. We're gonna check out the vanilla chains. Oh god. I already regret. Oh, because it's not a full screen, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I need to make it full screen. We're gonna check out the vanilla chains, and then your eyes are gonna bleed. Let me turn off. God. Skyrim is so bad. Yeah, you went too far. It's one thing to, like, I'll admit when I'm wrong, but when like I've messed with these things so many times, and then I gotta pull up. One is it? So many saves here. What's that?
Sid Gear can sometimes act too quickly, but he does listen to Helbert and I.
Alright, y'all are about to see some chains. Y'all don't know what vanilla looks like sometimes. And sometimes I gotta remind you just how bad vanilla graphics are. Sometimes I gotta remind you. Sometimes the nostalgic glasses are way too much. Because this is vanilla. With maxed out graphics. This is vanilla. This is vanilla. This is vanilla. But nah, you want to see some bad chains? You want to see some bad chains? I just prefer the tone of the vanilla graphics. I just prefer that the tundra looks like actual cow dung. It's just so much better. Vanilla had its charm. Vanilla had its charm. No, it didn't. Vanilla Skyrim looks like dog shit. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, you get the 2D dangle.
Seems the Emperor's coming to Skyrim. One of his own protectors was going to have him assassinated. Can't trust anyone these days.
This is vanilla. This is... Y'all don't understand. This is vanilla Skyrim. Right? When I say... What's up, Ringmaster? When I say that Oblivion unironically looked better... Let's go Ultra Oblivion. Oblivion looked better. Changed my mind. Skyrim was a huge graphical downgrade compared to Oblivion. Yes, the faces were potato in Oblivion. Oh, the music too. This is just pure vanilla Oblivion. Getting a million quests. But you can't tell me that Oblivion didn't look better. Yeah, you can fix the faces easily. But you literally can't tell me that Oblivion didn't look... Oblivion looks better than some mod lists. Oblivion looks better than some Skyrim mod lists that I've seen. You can't tell me that Oblivion wasn't like way ahead of its time for graphics. You've toyed with innies? Those are vanilla innies. You just saw me click ultra, which means the innies got reset. These are complete vanilla innies. Like, Oblivion was just a very good looking game. There's nothing else to really say about it. Like, of course the textures were like lower resolution, but for what it was, man.
What is it?
Just don't look at the faces. No, Oblivion looks good. When you play an Oblivion mod list. Like here, do I have... I don't know if I have Heartland or Last Seed installed. I do. No, I don't, but yeah. Oblivion, just awesome game. I don't feel like patching the Dark Brotherhood thing. I mean, I could. Let's... Morrowind. Yeah, I do wish that Cyrodiil had the jungle. Vanilla UI. All right. Dark Brotherhood hideout. Then I'll load up Capital Windhelm as well. The world felt empty. Walking it. Well, you realize that Oblivion, when you raise your speed, like when you have maxed out speed and athletics, you're just zooming. The issue? There's clipping with the hideout entrance. Well, Vic Boss, that's because there's not a lot of really content mods for Oblivion. A lot of the Oblivion content mods are just rough. Alright, where am I? Recorder. So lost. Opening up Windhelm and Creation Kit is disgusting. Okay, this is for sure the Great Quarter. The way back. Is this the... This? Great Quarter door, so that's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. The further back here? On the second floor. Windhelm World. It's called like Old Attic. I feel like it should be like right in front of my face. Am I blind? Do you think Dandelion, the little thing mod, fixes anything? It doesn't fix anything, it just adds more objects. You have to use OBS for Oblivion 2, right? I mean... It's so hard to tell if you're in the right area or not. God, and the buildings are all like stupid. I'm trying to find that stupid trap door. Wasn't it like... one of these? It was either behind that door or that door. But I don't see it. I don't see the little panel. Teleport to where the door leads to. What the heck? There's a chest up there? I feel like it was. I feel like it was this door. Oh yeah, what the hell is this? This must be it. It's just not showing. Doorway, Windhelm, Snow. That has to be what it... I just move this door slightly to the right. Let's see if that did anything. It shows up so weird though in Creation Kit. Creation Kit is so disgusting for Windhelm. It's actually amazing that Capital Windhelm is even a mod. The thing below it? A window. Yeah, I'll turn on the markers later though. I get the what why the guy quit after doing Windhelm, right? I'm still planning on doing part 3 of the law tutorial, yeah. Eventually. I was planning on doing it, recording it like yesterday or the day before, but man, my head was just not in the game. Plus, I was like spending time with my son after work, and then like, oh, and on Wednesday, I was so exhausted because the daycare was closed for Juneteenth, and then I was like taking care of him all day, and man, he is a handful. I've just been like exhausted mentally and physically. The best way possible, this stream setup reminds me of Joe Parra talks to you from Adult Swim a few years ago. Very calm. Hey, appreciate it. If that didn't fix it, then the stream is the Bob Ross of Skyrim modding. Now making tons of happy little mistakes. What do you do with stutters and lags in the game? Upgrade your PC. Relaxing background noise. Hell yeah. You know, we should all do that. Mod together. Mod together Mondays. I actually thought about that. You know, it would be fun. Well, but I don't know how many people would get into it. Imagine like we all install like NGVO or something, and then we just mod together. We're just all like follow along with what I'm doing, you know? That would actually be, I feel like that would help a lot of people learn. Like a virtual, like we're gonna become Zoomers. We're gonna become Zoomers. Modding Zoom classes.
Then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus are
Never ending question. Create an army of biggies. Exactly. A big army. No, see, I moved the door, but like for some reason, see that. So I moved the door, but this old attic wasn't like moving in creation kit. This is about. I just think that Windhelm sucks. Okay, I saw a chest somewhere. I saw a hidden chest. I want to know where that chest is. This was that. It's just a random chest with loot. Ooh. What the heck? That's from Capital Windhelm. Yeah, screw this mod. Great Quarter feels super realistic, but also not much going on. Yeah, the Great Quarter is kind of like that. Alright, I'm not going to mess with that anymore. Somebody wants to make a Capital Windhelm patch for that, then. Well, next cell shouldn't be. Maybe. Either way. Maybe I'll just request a patch. There. I'll just ask. Actually playing Windhelm Star right now. Sewer system. Yeah, the sewer system is pretty cool. Okay, Ancient AF Windhelm Parallaxed. I think this might help with some of the parallax issues. Hide that. I really like Ancient AF Windhelm. Let's see if this causes any issues. See what other mods we got going on. I'm gonna save this. On metal integration patches. Adds mod added NPCs. Great village series. Okay. There's a Bruma integration. Unvoiced port. Oh, it just uses formless manipulator. Nice. Link to NGVO website and NGVO general. Ooh. Hey. I mean, it's still solid. It's the same thing, I assume, just pulling from Gib. Oh, it has the full issue here, but I'll get it changed next time I compile a NGVO update. That's sick. Thank you for making that. So you're doing like, I'm assuming you're doing like web development, like like private web development sort of thing. Ghoulified? Hey. It'd be cool to see some more people post their lists in the Discord, because the Discord's been popping lately. Make sure I have formless manipulator. Yeah, I do. Fundamental. I don't know if I like Gigi's Temple of Kinnereth. It's cool, but I don't know. I feel like it's too much. Like, JK's by itself is nice. I think this adds like a lot of stuff going on. Like, the regular JK's Temple of Kinnereth, I feel like it had more lighting. And I feel like it wasn't unnecessarily busy, you know? This feels like very lush. It could be used in like a more vibrant list, I guess. But it feels a little bit too lush for me. I don't know how to explain it. It's cool. Yeah. I agree. I'm not I mean, I am using JK's with that on top of it, but I feel like just JK's nicer. That. Oh, before this was all separate. Okay. Now I get it. That. I think this can be flagged as an ESL if I'm not mistaken. Man. You think JK's is more busy? I don't think so at all. Comparing the two side by side, I just don't see it. See if I can get a comparable angle. I mean, the GG's adds 4 of the same statue. Try Spaghetti's adds 2 barrels on a banner. Spaghetti's mods in a nutshell. The Spaghetti's mods though are nice when there's like no other alternative and you just want to add a little bit. Yeah, I don't like the statues. If it was just one statue, it'd be one thing, but it's 4 of them. And then like the grass and the water, I'm not a big fan of. The tree in the middle thing is cool. But they both have ivy and banners at the top. It looks like GG's also adds like tons more plants in the back. Literally can't tell what Spaghetti's is. Depends on the mod. If Spaghetti's like Whiterun, for example, is a lot more noticeable than like some of his other stuff. It really depends on the mod. I feel like more unique enemies. I had this for let's see. By script. Requiem more unique enemies can be turned into an ESL, yeah. I knew it. I'll just leave it for now. I have a bunch of ESL slots. Not in a huge hurry to get more. Alright, let's see what else we got. Blades Overhaul expands the Blades faction by allowing you to recruit more knights, brothers, sisters, adds quests involving fight against the Thalmor, expanding Skyhaven Temple. I don't like the blades though. Blades suck. They sucked in Oblivion. I want to... A lot of this I already edited. Oh, this grass mod actually looked pretty solid. Abbey's grass mashup. Northern grass, Brom regions, and Skoglendi. This actually looked pretty nice. I considered adding this to NGVO. It looks like relatively performance friendly. I kind of want to see what this looks like. Learn the spell from your staff by using it. This also seems cool. But as cool as it is, I don't know if it makes sense gameplay wise. 1% is kind of And I just feel like there's also going to be a staff that's just going to be like, I'll try it. I'll see what it's like. NPCs learn to barter. So the NPCs can haggle with you. Check this out too. I feel like I installed this. Nordic Tents Replacer. Excludes Khajiit caravans. I'm a big fan of base object swappers stuff, so. Alternate large Nordic tent. Water for E and B. What did water for E and B do? He just added a random patch for something. Better third person selector got updated. I already updated it, I guess. Does anyone know them on? Better alt tabbing mode? This? Oh, yeah, I don't really necessarily want that though. I saw that. Hey, shout out to Japan. What is often imitated but never duplicated referred to? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. One of those if you know things. What else? Somebody said that this smooth camp reset was nice. Dragonborn got updated. I do have Tamriel distribution, but apparently this also got updated. I have the latest version or not. Boom. The beard, exactly. Oh, and now I actually, it's a good thing I reran this because I didn't have the Beyond Skyrim stuff. Now I can get that activated. disable a retexture silver weapons. Alright, so now Bruma stuff should hopefully get graded. The world. Holy crap. That's a lot of mods. Got to check out what each one of these things do. From you get a weird screen flip animation because of first person. That's not because of that pausing mod. That's because of the capture warmer mod. I'll check the smooth cam preset out. It just depends on what it's replacing. Should I add the resist widget? Part of me likes it, part of me doesn't. And if I do, should I add the colorful version or the white version? New player homes, maybe. Can it be disabled? I can just have it as an optional mod. Pretty sure. Do white version. Or you could even just switch down the transparency to 0. Or whatever. Oh, it even has a toggle hotkey. It has a toggle hotkey. I mean, personally, I just use the It's just a foam mod with both. See, I personally would just say, like, who cares sort of thing. This. Let me do this. Nice. Conflicts. Yeah, in general, I prefer a cleaner UI. Let me do this differently. to top. In the most stupid looking face while playing this game. If my PC was capable of playing literally anything. I like when people say nice things about these lists instead of just crapping on them. It feels good moment. What do y'all like this? Apply filter to show. Apply filter. Some of this stuff is like really doesn't matter. Tamrielic solution. Okay, doesn't matter. Very cool. What the heck? I was just trying to give them like stuff. Oh man, that's not something I really care about. If I'm being 100%, like, do I want to sit here and drag and drop stuff just so that some of these NPCs get the right rum? I don't really care. Victoria's alternate wedding. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Again, is just trying to give them some. A different dagger. Yeah, I don't care. PC Dija. Here's what I'll do. Post RFTI NPC. It's just trying to give them a different outfit. So I will just do that. And then bam. Patched. Bam, patched. Moon Monk stuff. I feel like this is already distributed. Yeah, all of this stuff is already distributed. Vendor stuff. Good. Also, I know for a fact all the Khajiits at the caravan already have armor. Fine. Hey, thank you, Nico. I feel like anyone who's just crapping on a given list usually hasn't ever put time and effort. Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it is like, it just kind of ooh, it makes the alien stuff require meteoric. That's kind of cool. Right. I do like the meteoric good thing, so I'm gonna add this to my consistency patch. Actually wasn't. For me, yeah, when it comes to, like, I can handle criticism of my list. I really don't care, regardless. It's just, I think some people just want to bash it because they didn't read or don't meet the spec requirements or something, and then they're having issues that could easily be solved, you know? I don't think LoreRim is for everyone. I don't think any mod list is like a one-size-fits-all sort of mod list that anyone can just enjoy. This is again like the beat. No outfit to go over that. Okay. Okay. And I need to add room for the indifferent as a master. Version 3 landscapes? Wait. What are the big changes? Can you give us a rundown? Perfect rift blending. New field grass. New glacier inlay texture. Awesome. Okay. Well, I need to look at it in NGVO or something. Spider point. NPC fat patching is fun. NPC patching is fun. Okay. So many Alakir. Like, I just want to tell them, Alakir, halt. Yeah, they got so many different templates. Actually, some of these... Let me get rid of that. That one. That. Or no, actually, like, double guessing was fine. This one, they already had weapons. Yeah. Okay. There. Neutral rift. Oh. Missed it. This one? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this? So, like, doesn't have the rift leaves? Gamer poop? The YouTube poop videos were form. I'll check it out though. No, please. For the love of all that is holy, do not do this to me. I swear. It's not a good idea to try to manually add stuff to synthesis patches, because sometimes when they're way too big, just run out of memory. Sometimes it ends up responding though. Whatever. I'll just patch Tamriel like distribution later. I'll add that to my add that to my to-do list. See what this smooth cam preset is. Want to make an Oblivion mod list? I don't know. Oh, replaces Taz's smooth cam preset? I ain't gonna do Taz like that. Let's go check out the Tomatoes landscape. 4K mountains? Oh my god. Unplayable. July 1st, wildcard gets a big update. Ooh. I gotta finish my current playthrough before then. The only thing, I mean, this doesn't apply to like everyone, right? But I just think that Unreal Ice just has really nice meshes. I just prefer the meshes of them. I don't know. For the non-like floating stuff, I like your whatchamacallit ice. Check it all out. Yours is vanilla spam. Well, let's check it all out. I did change the grass in NGVO. Also, NGVO is using 1.6.1170 for those that don't know now. But we'll check out textures for everything. If I made another Skyrim list, I'd definitely fork NGVO. Okay, I'm assuming these are your northern roads textures, right? Just specifically. It's actually a pretty cool tundra color. Like even with the green grass, it blends surprisingly decent. I feel like it might work with LoreRim's grass, kind of. Because LoreRim has that like lighter green mixed with the brown. So it might actually look decent with LoreRim. I haven't tried it with LoreRim's grass, but now I might have to. The one rough thing about testing stuff like this with NGVO is because turn off. One thing about NGVO, right, is I use ERM in NGVO because I think it's just like more user friendly for people who aren't, and like I don't use terrain parallax blending fix because like just I think overall it's more user friendly for beginner modders, even though I think using Atlantean meshes with terrain blending fix is the way to go. Are you saying no? Krypton's gonna suck. Oh yeah. What do you mean? It's perfect. All right, let's test it in LoreRim. Let's test it in LoreRim. Rob, I'm not sure who says never double up with effects. You're gonna get so many bug reports. Oh yeah, you do have it as a requirement. You should just put it as a hard requirement. The problem with terrain parallax blending fix, well, it's not a problem with it. It's like a user issue sort of issue problem. Is just how many ESPs it has now. So people are going to just end up having issues with it. Nico is the chief. I don't know what to tell you. Never double up on effects doesn't make any sense to me. When you look into how many effects E and B has, like that's not how it works. I'll take a look at Riften. And like even some E and Bs, they specifically tell you to turn on in-game depth of field, even though they have their own depth of field. So it's just, yeah, it's not always the case to never double up on effects. Are you planning on any significant gameplay changes? I mean, tons more quests, yeah. A lot of gameplay mods got added or will be added. Sky Patcher got updated too. There's so many things. There's so many things that I need to add. God. Oh, I saw this. I don't know if I like this. You can change different shrine blessing. I think I need to download it to figure out what the heck it is. Dang it. Hold again. Pantheon worship. Seasons. Screw seasons. Did you guys see the discussion that you guys know how Faluan has seasons? And follow on does seasons pretty well. And then Aljo was saying that he's like I got baited by Wylick to add seasons. He's like, I hate that mod. I just think seasons is the guys. You don't want seasons in a mod list. I promise you don't. I'm telling you exactly what you want and don't want. Yeah, Tamriel doesn't have an like regardless of the lore friendliness of it. Seasons grinds development to a complete fucking halt. If I added seasons, I would never update LoreRim ever again. I would add seasons and never touch it ever again. No, just no. That's all I gotta say is just no. Am I tripping, or is there like supposed to be a different texture on this? Like a, because it looks like it's your other landscape, but I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. Weird. Wouldn't the sun stay in the middle of the sky if it had no axial tilt? No, because it's still, the world still rotates. Yeah, I do have Atlantean meshes. What's up, Waldy? Yeah, see, like I can almost use these. Like almost the right color. That breaks it, rip. We need an Atlantean patch. Atlantean is just dope though. I mean, I could just use like God, with that other odd name. Better dirt cliffs. Okay, okay. I honestly don't remember what I had before. It looks pretty decent, pretty decent. I think it probably depends on the area that you're at. This looks cool. Is this your texture too? This is nice. Imperial City is at the equator. Is it though? Many fantasy creators didn't pay attention in 8th grade science. Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta remember, like, so much of Elder Scrolls lore was, like, retconned. But I'd also imagine though that if there was no axial tilt, right, and hence no seasons, then you'd probably get more extreme temperatures further from the equator, right? Or am I overthinking it? Yeah, I feel like this would be the equator. Yeah, I feel like Skyrim, yeah, definitely should be cold. Although it's weird because it's like, in general, it seems like you get warmer the more south you go. Right? So it's like, I don't know. What was the point of all this? Not sure. But there's a thing. These got updated. Gymnasty got updated. Amorous Adventures version. Ooh. Oh, it requires the main mod. Oh. Get warmer the more south you go, unless you're at the equator. Well, that's in the real world, right? But Nern doesn't really operate under those rules. Check inside the city. Oh, inside of Riften. But yeah, this is what I meant, like with the ice. I feel like it's just from certain angles until you're over it. It's like almost too dark. Maybe it's because of water for E and B, or maybe it's because of the E and B I use. I don't know. But I do like how it looks when you're actually walking over it. This is sick. This is like insanely cool. I don't know if there's a way to make it like match the a little bit more. Saying werewolves are real. Get my ass kicking LoreRim, but definitely a good ass whooping. Hell yeah. Seasons took longest to develop because basically like 4 months. Yeah. Seasons, it's a cool mod that I would never use. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. This does look pretty cool. This is what you meant by perfect blending.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you follow
The textures do look really nice in the city. The CPU or GPU matter more for modded Skyrim? Both matter quite a bit. But for CPU, what matters is single core power. And for GPU, what matters a lot is VRAM.
You can pretend not to hear me all you want, but you better stay out of the Blackfriars business.
I'd say, well, CPU matters more for how much stuff you add in. VRAM matters more for how high quality the stuff you add is. If that makes sense. Like, you could totally have, like, a crappy GPU, but a strong CPU, and just, like, downgrade all of your textures. Be chilling. Most folks get bound by CPU. Yeah. Unfortunately true.
Here we go.
Oh, what the heck? Holy crap. Mans went flying. Popped off their head. $3080 laptop. All right. I know this is gonna like hurt some people, but this is just the truth. And some people are gonna violently disagree with me. It's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. But as someone who has owned multiple in the past, gaming laptops are a complete scam. And you're better off just spending your money on like a handheld, like a Switch or something. Just gaming laptops suck. They're horrible. Horrible. They don't, the parts in them they can name them whatever they want. They don't run like their desktop counterparts. Especially their CPUs. Their CPUs couldn't be fucking worse. Like, they're if you want to do some like light gaming, play on like low resolution and stuff, that's fine. But like for like high-end gaming or modless or something, they just aren't good. Wonder why that is. Cooling issues. It's not even like, well, part of it is cooling issues, but like the parts are also physically, like in general, like a lot smaller than their desktop equivalents, you know. They're not the same thing. They call them the same thing, but they're really not the same thing. A laptop CPU is not the same as a desktop CPU. A laptop GPU is not the same as a desktop GPU. When you look at their clock speeds and everything, they're just not it. Desktop CPUs, you got some that are like pushing 6 gigahertz, and like on a laptop, it's like a good one is like 2, you know? Yeah, I mean, there's certain games you can play on a gaming laptop, but, you know, the really intensive stuff, it's gonna struggle. Yeah, when it comes to laptops, you absolutely need a cooling pad. But then you start to get so bulky that you might as well have gotten a desktop in the first place. So I don't see the point of them. That's what I'm saying. If you really need a game when traveling, just get a Switch or something. I mean, they just unfortunately have issues. Acer Predator. Yeah. The best gaming laptop that and we still got one. It's still kicking. Is a it's an Asus ROG. I've had multiple different brands. My HP Omen is like it turns on, but it's slowed down so much in just like a year. I've had Alienware laptops. I mean, I've had all sorts of gaming laptops, and the only one that was kind of decent is the Asus ROG from my own experience. Stuff here. Look at these resist widgets too. Oh, and these Nordic. Do I already have this? Laptops are for ebooks, software devs, and browsing. Yeah. I mean, laptops are super handy. Like, especially like if you're in college, laptops are very, very handy. But I mean, like to do serious gaming. You know what I mostly use my Alienware laptop for is playing Pokey MMO in between classes. Oh, because holy crap, I would have some classes that were like 4 hours in between one and the other. And I would just grind Pokey MMO. I played it throughout college, and I ended up like several thousand hours on that game before getting eventually just bored of it. This widget. Spell learning. Use the 1.4. Okay. Bookums. FIFA, hell yeah. Most are us during lectures. I was never a big fan of college classes. Oh, that's cool. Little vampire themed one. I think I like the Norse one the most. Dream of limited living space. I don't know. You can get some pretty small builds. Get some pretty small builds. Volcars. I looked the Allmaker stones. Kind of cool. Rather get a PS5 than a gaming laptop is limiting. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Well, let's check out the silverware and the resist widgets and stuff. Like Lux Orbis Patch Hub got. Grab that too. Oh, and it fixed some meshes. Okay. Woodsheds of Skyrim, also a very necessary mod. Don't know what it's going to conflict with. Probably a lot of stuff, actually. Where to find a very good companion around Whiterun? Genasti. Genasti is like the best starter companion. Super good at fighting, will pick locks for you. Nasty is cracked. Or your money back. And you can easily get the gold to grab her. First location is in the Drunken Huntsman. Laptop is poor choice for modern gaming. I just think gaming in general. I mean, like, lighter games that don't require, like, beefy specs, you can... Honestly, you don't even need, like, a crazy good PC. That ROG that I was talking about, that laptop, it runs a lot of games pretty decent, and it only has, like, a 2060. It wasn't that expensive. But I think, like, if you're spending money to get a laptop that has, like, a quote-unquote 4090 and, like, whatever CPU, just, you're getting scammed. You're getting completely scammed. If it costs you anything over, like, 1,500, you're getting scammed. Unless you just really don't care. If you have the money to waste, go for it, but you're not going to get the equivalent results of a desktop with those same written on paper specs. I want to check out the silverware. And oh, there's the resist widgets. Okay. I mean, honestly, I probably gotta wait for the MCM to pop up. Honestly, those aren't even too intrusive. I could just move them up a little bit and maybe scale them down just a tad. Right, widget. Up, down position. I think this moves it up, right? Size of the widget. Okay. Do 75%. A little bit. Yo, that's pretty solid. Hey, look at that. Although I want them to be centered with the doubt meter. Like that's pretty good. I feel like that is not bad. It matches with the rest of the UI too. Widget hotkey. Number pad 5, how about that? Hey, not bad. Then I'll go to this. All right.
Halt. Safe travels.
That's actually a pretty all right widget. I thought I would hate it. Not that opposed to it. Which UI? Untarnished still. McGregor walk, hell yeah.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
Untarnished is just it's the cleanest and most legible. Like that's all I look for. Like a UI, like you can add all these flashy effects, but the whole point is to be able to read it, you know? And Untarnished, I think, is just a good balance between style and legibility. You know? My old man eyes can actually read everything on the screen. If you disable the HUD, then
What would you have to do then?
matter for you.
My lord, please.
What's the meaning of... Well, that explains why the guard make a move toward...
Oh my god, Earless, shut the fuck up! I'm looking at the silverware. Hey, the silver is looking shiny. The silver is looking shiny. That looks clean. It honestly looks way better in game than it did in the NIF viewer thing. You got those clean little reflections on it. Orengar, your hat. It is too much drip. I like that. Imagine up. I know. Imagine playing anything besides Worm 2. Crazy. Let's see. Was that other thing that it? Remarks of the Dragonborn. Oh yeah, let me go check out the tents. Is this community shader? No. If you can get community shader to look like this, I will swap over to it instantly. I was thinking of getting the R7 7800 X3D and 4070 Super. Yeah, the 50 series is supposed to come out at the end of the year. So I would just wait for that. Hey, we got the new tents. Going remnant gear. Oh my god, the beard. The beard clipping through is epic. I wonder how the collision with the tents is though when you sleep. Am I gonna get reports? I tried to sleep in the tent, but then now I can't get out of the tent and I don't want to press TCL because it ruins my immersion. I'm probably gonna get those reports, huh? I mean, these tents are pretty clean. Pretty clean. I don't know what the... Did I check the polys on them, though? Due for a Nexus break? Oh, I need one. I'm just trying to get 2.0 out. I haven't been modding 2.0 much because I'm just so sick of looking at Nexus mods. Let's see. I mean, it's definitely more verts, but like 9,000 for a tent. And you don't see like a ton of them. Okay with it. That tent's a little bigger. Why does this have any setting? What? Oh. I see, I see. Oh, that's just the same textures, I'm guessing. Okay. I'm just not gonna care about this stuff. Let's see. Oh, and again, it's just the same textures. Got it. Embers, Lux. Well, I would hope that it's the same thing. Blood textures. Disgusting. Hide those. Those. Yeah, I'm okay. On that one, definitely using El Sopa's version. Golden ship model replacer. Okay, the golden ship model replacer is way better looking. You got to admit this is way nicer looking. Hey, thank you, Skin Bandit. Completely delete the normal profile while I'm developing the new version. Yeah. That's nice. This. about this? I don't want to remove this mod, so I'm probably just gonna hide the which one I like more. I feel like the GGs looked better in-game, regardless of what it's showing in the NIF viewer. I feel like the cube maps and everything that get applied were a lot better. RC Outlander. And no crashes yet. Do that. The big mod it's overriding is Rudy's HQ Miscellaneous, which I definitely prefer. ENF house remodel. Yeah, I mean, these ones look better than just in general. Okay. Cool. Added the silverware. It's helpful to check meshes on stuff whenever you see a conflict. What category of mods are the most challenging to create? I don't know. Probably anything mesh related or animation related. Yeah, tomato. Or I mean, maybe even some of the DLLs. I feel like DLLs, because you need to know like scripting and stuff. I think definitely those. Yeah, SKSE script mods. I agree. Yeah, I think it's the same developers of SKSE do all the other script extender versions. Crazy to think about. Yeah, I think they got a team behind it, but it's like a big community project. This was a huge new update. Lux Orbis Red Bag Solitude fixed meshes. This should, well, fix a lot of meshes. Oh, and here's a pro tip for anyone who wants to mod. When you have a big patch hub, right? Like Lux Orbis patch hub that has like tons and tons of things in it, right? And you get a new update for it. Run the faux mod, right? But then call it like, just add like an extra letter or something so you can differentiate between the two. And then spam next, do what you want, right? Then enable it. And then bring it up to the same patch hub you had before. And see if it's actually being overwritten. If this changes to, if this adds a white arrow, that means that this is, or white lightning bolt, means that it's redundant now. And everything is being overwritten now by the new patch hub. If it's not, then there's a good chance that there's something that you missed, and you might need to add it in the patch hub. So here, for example, Lux Orbis patch hub. I need to select Lux Orbis Saints and Seducers patch, as well as Lux Orbis Capital Whiterun Horses patch. So let me rerun the patch hub. Okay. And then D. Next. I think yeah, so here's the Capital Whiterun Horses. Paste that. And then the only thing missing now is the Lux Orbis Saints and Seducers patch. And I don't think I actually need that, though. Because I'm using the Saints and Seducers Extended Cut patch. So I think the Saints and Seducers patch becomes like redundant. What is this? JK's Pond Prawn Rift and Docks overhaul. Oh, and then it's telling me I need, that's probably like a new thing I added. Yeah. The new patch. Okay. But anyway, now that I've done that, I can remove the old patch hub because got everything that we need. Don't just rush to download a new update for every single mod. All right, see the rest of us. Key new mods. You can check them out on the roadmap. There's a lot of stuff listed on the roadmap. I mean, Bruma is probably one of the biggest ones. No, I already added that, so everything else that I add should be hopefully a little bit later. I'll add this stuff later. Anyway, guys, it's almost 11, so I'm gonna end it off here. But this weekend we're gonna do some more Fallout New Vegas. We're gonna do some more LoreRim development. We're gonna do some more Row. Not all on the same day, but hey, we're gonna we're gonna knock it out with some updates, gameplay, etc. You'd like to see a Daggerfall playthrough stream? Yeah, I need to update my Daggerfall Unity though. Hey, appreciate you guys. You guys were awesome tonight. Have a good weekend. Take it easy, and I will catch you guys hopefully next stream.